Hello, folks. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We got a fall scenery here. It's a pumpkin and some leaves. How y'all doing tonight, folks? I've just been sitting back and relaxing, taking it easy, folks. And we're going to get started on the leaves. Or actually, we might start on the pumpkin, folks. Tomorrow, we're going to get the sprayer fixed on our sink, folks. My sprayer went out, so we have to replace it now with another one. And my husband just went, he bought a whole set, just replaced the whole thing. Let me put y'all down here so you can see what I'm doing, folks. It's been a pretty relaxing day, folks. How you like this fall weather? Finally got around to doing some crafts, folks. Which is what I like doing. We're starting a little early, but that's okay, folks. We don't have too many more days till fall. I always like those fall sceneries and stuff, folks. I always thought they were pretty. This is the time of year they come up with all that pumpkin spice and stuff. Back before I got high cholesterol, I was able to eat the donuts that they made with pumpkin. But now I have to watch what I eat, folks, so I can't eat it like I used to. Even though sometimes I fall off my diet, folks, 'cause I crave sweets a lot. We had fish for supper, folks, codfish. Baked codfish is good for high cholesterol, folks. Me and my husband both have to take cholesterol medicine for high cholesterol. But the other day, folks, when I was talking to you about drugs and drinking and things like that, what bothers me is anybody that's doing that kind of stuff, folks, they're separating themselves from God. Because remember what I told you before? Uh, God can't dwell in places where there's sin, folks. And so that's the problem with it, folks. In order for us to receive blessings from God, we have to stay away from that kind of stuff. We also have to distance ourselves from people who tell stories and stuff, folks, to benefit themselves. Because lying is no good either. It's a sin as well. Remember, folks, the wages of sin is death. And when it's talking about death, it means that if you are continuously sinning every single day, willingly on different things, you are considered dead as far as, living right and stuff, folks. Because you're caught up in sin, you're letting sin be a slavery to you, causing you to be in slavery. And it separates us from God and His blessings and stuff, folks, because God can't dwell where there's sin, folks. And that's why it's important to try to live right. Tomorrow I'll be going to church again. I'll be in there for a couple hours, folks. So I thought I better get in here and do a video and spend some time with you all this evening. But addiction really gets a hold of a lot of people, folks. And like I said, a person that's addicted, they have they don't really love people, folks, because they're so worried about where they're going to get the next drug and things that's all they focus on. So it's impossible, to for a person that's an addict to have feelings and remorse on people. Because people that take drugs and stuff, folks, they also steal from people they love and cause a lot of heartaches in their family arrangements and stuff, folks. And just in case anybody wants to know, if a person has got a person in their life that's addicted to drugs, they have to get, like if the person's living in your household and stuff, you have to get counseling yourself for it, folks, to try to help you too. Because people that's addicted like that, they cause you a lot of mental stress and things, folks. So you have to get counseling for it for yourself, folks. And it also teaches you how to deal with that person that's under the influence and stuff too as well. And it keeps you from feeling guilty because they're doing it, folks. And helps you to understand what they're going through and stuff. There's so many people out here that's losing their family members to things like that, folks. It gets to be a mental strain on them. And it takes a toll on the person that's trying to help that family member or whoever it is, or a close friend or whoever, folks. So, yeah, that's what happens. Because when it comes to our family or somebody that's close, folks, we feel the pain that they feel, see? That's just a natural thing. Or even if you have a husband or a wife that's addicted, folks, that's another thing too. Eventually, if the person is really comes to realize that it's no good for them and stuff like that, folks, they might come around someday. But some of them are addicted until it winds up killing them, folks. And that's the sad part. But the best thing that a person could do for themselves if they're in that condition is get treatment, folks, and stick with it and be, you know, how do you put it? Fight the addiction feeling, folks, because there are a lot of people that succeed with that, and they can do it. They just have to be willing to do it and realize what it's going to do to them if they don't. And that maybe someday they'll face judgment from God because of it, folks. There's a lot of things that separate us from God, folks. Just like all these people that's pushing all that gay stuff and things like that, folks, that's against the Bible. Because the Bible states that people that participate in that kind of stuff, they won't be able to go to heaven, folks, because that's considered a sin in the eyes of God. So no, they can't do it, folks, and that's coming from the Bible. You remember Johnny Cash, folks, that singer that used to sing? He got addicted to drugs and he kicked the habit, folks. If you've seen that movie, I Walk the Line. And Johnny Cash got his life straight. And he came off them drugs and he had a good life after that, folks. Because he realized that if he didn't do it, folks, then, you know, he was probably going to suffer over it too. But there's the pumpkin, folks. I'll hold it up straight. It turned out pretty good. Let's get that green, and we'll paint that stem green, folks. And folks, when I'm telling you this stuff about the Bible, it's not me saying it, it's God saying it, folks. That if you're dipping in things like this, then you risk your chance of not being able to go to heaven someday. And I wouldn't want to be in that situation, folks. And also, one of these days, we're all going to confess to God about all the things that we did. You know, if we were mean to people and making up lies on people and just doing anything and everything to be mean, we're going to be judged for that stuff someday, folks. And that's not going to be a good thing. Get this green here. But I just love autumn colors, folks. I think they're so pretty. You know, if you got paints and stuff, folks, you can mix your paint and experiment with it. Because I do it. It's like I've got yellow and green here. And I'm going to paint this stem here with on this pumpkin. We're starting some pictures of autumn scenery, and we might later on we may do some um, you know, Christmas things. Like over there, I've got a bell that I drew tonight, which is Christmas. Because if I decorate this year, folks, I'll probably do my you know how I told you I decorate my door over there for Christmas? A lot of it's probably going to be my homemade stuff. Because these decorations that you buy in the store and stuff is expensive. If you hear a buzzing noise, folks, it's coming from that refrigerator over there. But, you know, that's our ice maker. But we don't have that ice maker hooked up, folks. And the reason being is because we had it hooked up one time and it sprung a leak and leaked all over the floor. And we wound up having to have it repaired and stuff from where it leaked all over the floor, and had to have our floor fixed from it. And I think some of that water also got back in this front room in here and messed up some of the laminate and stuff in it. So yeah, that's why we don't use an ice maker. Me and my husband don't really use a lot of ice anyway, so we don't really miss it. My husband went to an auction today, and he got back home, and he ate him a good dinner, and now he went to bed, folks. So he's happy. And on these leaves, folks, I mix the colors. Because, you know, autumn leaves, they change and stuff. So, I'm painting it kind of like that. Kind of like it does when the leaves turn red and all different colors, which I think is pretty. I like multicolors anyway. Very, very relaxing to paint, folks, and draw. You know, because you sit back and you say, well, I've got my work done and I want something to do and don't know what I'm going to do. Well, you get out your paper and start drawing and create your own pictures, folks. Is what you do. See them autumn leaves, folks? How pretty they are. And we're going to do another one. Get some more red paint to get it all mixed in there. Yeah, autumn colors are so pretty, folks. See that, folks? I put leaves on each side of the pumpkin. It's really cool when you experiment with the colors in your paints and stuff, folks. I like this time of year because it don't get real hot, folks. We get a few days of cool weather. Makes it nice for people that like to get out and do things outside where they don't have to burn up. Like me when I have to get out and mess with the birds and stuff. I wound up having to move them little chicks from the front to the back, folks, 'cause them bigger chicks was picking on them too much. So yeah. And me and my husband discovered today that that one little chick that we took back there is a rooster. So now I gotta make that work. So wish me luck on that, folks. Okay, folks, here we go. It's all done. Isn't that pretty? Well, thank you for joining my YouTube channel, folks. You have a good night and a blessed night, too. You got this, folks. You're awesome. Bye-bye.